Planning my day is something that I've spent a while trying to figure out. I've tried working with long to-do lists, scheduling every minute of my day into Google Calendar, using more vague time blocks to schedule my time, and not having any plan at all. And after all of this, I've came to a couple of conclusions. Firstly, I change how I plan my days all the friggin' time. I think I have a method down, something's working for me, and then I either get bored or I just need more guidance or I need it to be less strict and I change the whole thing. Secondly, no matter what method I use, the key to me being productive is breaking things down into baby steps. If I have that fuzzy feeling in my brain that I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing, the thing that I am supposed to be doing either isn't going to get done or it's going to take me a long time, way longer than it should, to actually do it. So in this video I'm going to share with you how I turn my weekly goals from my weekly plan into my daily goals or tasks, and those tasks into small baby steps. And also how I keep track of what I have to get done in a day. But before we get into that, if you are new to this channel, hi, welcome. I'm Courtney. I make videos on intentional living and making your life easier or more simple. I'm a big believer that the more simple you can make things, the happier you will be. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and join our little community. So I do my daily planning the night before. And I find that going to bed and waking up, knowing what my plan is, what I'm going to be focusing on, and kind of being able to visualise as well what my day is going to look like, has been so helpful in just helping me be more productive. It takes away any kind of uncertainty or any kind of fuzziness that I'm feeling about the day or the things that need to be done. And it kind of makes me feel more confident in my ability to actually work on the things I care about and achieve my goals. So the very first thing that I do before I even start any planning is I check my work shift. I work different shifts every day, and the shifts that I work can really impact what I can actually do in a day. If I'm working for 10 hours that day, I'm probably not going to get a lot of things done in my own time because I'm firstly going to be really tired from working 10 hours, but I also don't have that much time around about that shift to fit things in. But if I'm working maybe a 5 or 6 hour shift, or I'm off work that day, I can fit more things in to work on my goals and I have more time to really focus on those things. I really take this into consideration when I'm planning my to-dos, and will plan smaller ones for days that I don't have as much time, and then the bigger steps and more kind of action taking on the days that I have more time to do it. But no matter whether I'm off work or I am working, I will always only give myself 3 specific to-dos, which I will explain as we go through the video. I find that any more than that just overwhelms me. It makes me feel a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and it just feels like too much. And when I feel like that, I'm not productive and I end up getting even less done. So once I've checked my shifts and know how much time I've really got to work with, I will open up my weekly plan. If you haven't created a weekly plan yet, this video will show you exactly how to do that, as well as walking you through how I did my own. So I take a look at what I've planned to achieve this week and what progress I've already made, what I've already got done so far in the week. And then I will choose my tasks for the day. So task number 1 is something that will move me forward on my main goal, because my main goal is always my priority. And I'll choose what I'm going to do depending on what makes the most sense, obviously depending on how much time I have and depending on what really needs to be done. If I pick something that feels a bit fuzzy, I will break it down into smaller baby steps. So for example, tomorrow I want to schedule my Instagram post, so I will break that right down into choosing what photos I want to post, editing the photos to match my feed, writing captions for the photos, researching the hashtags that I'm going to put on the photos, and then scheduling those posts in later. Breaking it right down so it's really clear the exact thing that I need to do saves so much time that I would spend just staring at a to-do, trying to figure out what I'm actually meant to do with it. Especially if I'm having a day that I just don't feel the most productive, I've not got the kind of clearest or most productive mindset, it's really helpful to just have those baby steps already written out for me. And then task number 2 is something that works towards one of my mini goals. My mini goals aren't as important as my main goals, so I don't need to work on both of them every single day, but I do want to try to work on something for one of them each day, just to try and keep on top of it. Again, I will look at the progress I've already made, look at what's already done, what still has to be done, and take what I'm going to do from that. And if I need to break this down into baby steps as well, I will do that too. And then task number 3 is something I want to do that's going to make my life better or easier. These things tend to be more life admin focused and not really to do with my goals. So they're usually things like doing my food shopping, or creating a page or a template for something in Notion, or decluttering and organising a space in my home. I keep a list of these things in Notion that I organise during my weekly reset, which you can learn more about in this video. But having a little life admin to do every day that isn't priority but it is still there and it's still on the list of things to do really helps to keep on top of those things in between life admin days. And usually these things aren't so much intense, like goal focused, something hurts your brain a little bit things. Usually they're more kind of mindless things, or they're more fun things, or it's just kind of like organising something, which is fun for me. So it's kind of like a nice productive thing to do without maybe having to think quite so much. And then if there is anything that I have on those days, whether it's a shift at work, it's an appointment, it's someone's birthday, whatever, I'll make a little note of that just at the bottom. Those things are all kept on my Google Calendar, but I like to just make a little note at the bottom so when I'm looking through my to-dos, I can remember, okay, I'm working at this time, or I've got an appointment at 2 o'clock, or I need to remember to phone this person and say happy birthday, or whatever it is. And then when I get up the next day and I'm ready to actually start working on these tasks, all I have to do is open up my planner and start from the top and work my way down. The tasks are already prioritised for me. I've already got my baby steps, so it's just a case of ticking each thing off. And because of the way I've chosen my tasks for the day, I know that even if I only accomplish that first thing, I've still had a productive day because I've still made progress towards my main goal. And it is as simple as that. This is what's been working for me lately, but I'd love to know in the comments what kind of daily planning works for you, or if you even do daily planning. If you do a different kind of planning, let me know that in the comments as well. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.